U.S. President Donald Trump says the United States will temporarily waive certain oil-related sanctions in an effort to stabilize global energy supplies.
Well, the move comes as Washington looks to keep oil flowing to global markets and prevent prices from rising.
Now, Trump also warned that the U.S. is prepared to take action to ensure critical shipping routes remain open. Let's listen in.
We want to keep it that way. As we continue Operation Epic Fury, we're also focused on keeping energy and oil flowing to the world. And I will not allow a terrorist regime to hold the world hostage and attempt to stop the globe's oil supply. And if Iran does anything to do that, they'll get hit at a much, much harder level. I will take out those targets that were easy and that I mentioned just before. We'll take them out so quickly, they'll never be able to recover, ever.
President Trump said that the U.S. government will temporarily lift some oil-related sanctions to keep global energy supplies flowing and help bring down oil prices. Trump even said that the decision was aimed at preventing supply disruptions and stabilizing market rattle by rising geopolitical tensions.
We're also waiving certain oil-related sanctions to reduce prices. So we have sanctions on some countries. We're going to take those sanctions off till this straightens out. Then who knows, maybe we won't have to put them on. There'll be so much peace. But when the time comes, the U.S. Navy and its partners will escort tankers through the strait if needed. I hope it's not going to be needed, but if it's needed, we'll escort them right through.
Now, the U.S. has long used energy sanctions against countries such as Iran to restrict oil exports, but the administration now says limited waivers could help offset supply risks. Global oil markets are highly sensitive to supply shocks. The world consumes roughly 100 million barrels of oil per day, and even small disruptions can trigger significant price increases.
Well, one key concern is the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow shipping lane between Iran and Oman through which nearly 20% of the world's oil supply passes each day. Any disruption there could have immediate consequences for global energy markets.
Well, we're looking to keep the oil prices down. We went artificially up because of this excursion into a very positive thing. I mean, this was an excursion that a lot of people wouldn't have done. I knew oil prices would go up if I did this, and they've gone up probably less than I thought they'd go up. But I don't think anybody thought we were going to be this quickly successful.
Now, the president also acknowledged that oil prices rose following what he described as a U.S. military excursion, but said that the increase was smaller than expected. Energy analysts say that the temporary sanctions relief could allow some sanctioned producers to increase exports in the short term, helping stabilize supply while geopolitical tensions remain high. Well, for consumers, the impact could determine whether fuel prices continue rising or begin to ease in the coming weeks.